Hello everyone, welcome to our project today, the final project of statistics. So first, my name is Omar Abidi, a student in Tech University in the Bachelor of Informatics International class. So my project today is a comparative statistical analysis of beans dimensions based on origin. Here we have two types. We have the Indonesian beans and the imported one, as we will discuss later. Okay, our agenda. So first we will see an introduction, then the objectives of our study, data collection, descriptive statistics, distribution analysis, histograms, scatter plots, pairwise scatter plots, box plot, and also linear regression, which is included in the CLO tree, and the correlation analysis, which is included in the CLO4. And then we will move to a conclusion. Okay, let's start. So as an introduction, so statistics plays an important role in identifying patterns and relationships within real-world data. So for example, in agriculture and biological studies, statistical analysis is commonly used to compare physical characteristics of nature objects. And also in our study today, beans were chosen because they are easy to obtain, easy to measure, and suitable for quantitative analysis using ratio scale variable. Okay, so now let's move to the objectives of the study. So the first objective the main objective of this study is to analyze and compare bean dimension based on their origin. Specifically, the study applies descriptive statistics, data visualization, and also linear regression to fulfill CLO tree, and multivariable exploratory data analysis to fulfill CLO4. Okay, let's move to the next. So now the data collection. So the data set was obtained through a direct observation. A total of 200 bean samples were collected. By the way, it's from Yogia supermarket store in Bon Jean Swang in Bandung. So consisting of 100 Indonesian beans and 100 imported beans to ensure a balanced comparison. So for each bean, three measurements were recorded in millimeter, length, width, and also thickness, which we will discuss. Yeah, so first, the descriptive statistics. So based on the descriptive statistics, imported beans have a higher average length. So it's compared to the Indonesian beans, it has a higher average length. So however, Indonesian beans have greater average width and thickness also. So this indicates that imported beans tend to be longer, while Indonesian beans are generally wider and thicker. Okay, let's move to the next. So now distribution analysis. So the distribution analysis shows that Bean measurements are moderately separated around their main values and are relatively symmetric, so there is no extreme weakness, indicating consistent measurements and suitability for further statistical analysis. So overall, Indonesian beans appear shorter but wider and thicker, while imported beans are longer and more slender. Okay, now let's move to the histograms. So based on our study, we find these three histograms. The first one is the histogram of bean width, the second one of the length, and the third one is for the thicker. So the histograms illustrate the frequency distribution of each variable. Bean length shows a broad distribution due to the combination of bean origins, width, and thickness. And also for the width and thickness, they are exhibit more concentrated distribution based on the histograms. So these histograms help us to understand data spread, central tendency, and distribution shape also. So now let's move to the scared plot analysis. So the scared plot reveal clear relationship between the variables. As bean length increases, both width and thickness tend to decrease, so indicating negative relationship. This visual pattern suggests that longer beans are generally narrow and thinner also as well. So now let's move to the next. So the pairwise scatter plot. So the scatter matrix presents all pairwise relationship among length, width, and thickness. So it confirms the negative relationship between the length and the other dimensions, and the positive relationship with the width and the thickness also. So these partners indicate structured, non-random relationships among the variables as well. Okay, now let's move to the next. So the box plot analysis. So the box plot clearly show differences between bean origins. So Indonesian beans have a higher median width and thickness also, and great variability. Imported beans, as you can see, have a higher median length and are more uniform. So these visualized results supported the descriptive statistics that we talk about. So now let's move to the linear regression. So a linear regression analysis was conducted to examine the relationship between bean length and width. So the regression equation shows that there is a significant negative relationship. For every 1 millimeter increase in length, the width decreased by almost 0.24 millimeter. So the model explains approximately 27% of the variation in width, indicating that length has a meaningful but not exclusive influence. So let's move to the next. So the correlation analysis, CL4, pardon. So the correlation analysis supports the regression and scatter plot finding. So the length has a moderate negative correlation with width and thickness, while width and thickness show a moderate positive correlation. So this confirms that beam dimensions are we can say interrelated. Oh, pardon. This slide is excluded. Yeah. So now let's move to the summary. So in conclusion, imported beans are generally longer, while Indonesian beans are wider and thicker. Statistical analysis shows that bean dimensions vary systematically based on origin and uh, strongly related to each other. So this study successfully applied the descriptive statistics, regression analysis, and the multivariable exploratory data analysis to real observed data. So thank you very much for your listening and for your time. This was Omar Abidi, student in informatics class in Bachelor International class. So thank you very much and see you later.